Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Bunny Love 444. Top of the morning. How does it go? How's everyone doing, Soul Family? Alrighty. We're going to get started here. So don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and that little notification bell so you know when I go live. Don't forget to share the videos as it helps get it out there to other Soul Family who is really needing it at this time. It is a time in this world where we need a lot of healing and understanding of what is going on. If you need to get a hold of me, down in the description box is my email. You have to reach out to me. I won't reach out to you. That way, it is a free will energy exchange when it comes to that. So, other than that, let's get started. We're going to light the Neg Champa, get the Neg Champa going, and we'll get some Palo Santos going. We'll get some Mediterranean sage because I like to make sure that my area is well protected. Okay. So, how's everybody doing this morning? Roll call. Don't forget to put in CBVOY. It's creating that best version of yourself. And HIC, happiness is contagious, okay? Because it is contagious. And when you see somebody laughing, smiling, having a good time, you want to. Because a lot of people start their day off by all the negative stuff that they see, whether it's negative, news, title, what's going on in the world, whatever it may be. It's like they always try to start your day off in a negative way or in a fearful way. And no, we have gratitude for the positive things. All right. And we are thankful for all the things on our journey and what has been going on with us. So, yes, we'll get some sage going. Get it all lit up here. It's becoming fall. I don't know if it is for all of you, but yeah, it's beginning to be fall. And so it's my favorite season is hoodie season. I call it hoodie season because, you'll catch me wearing hoodies all the way through winter. Because I'd rather wear a hoodie than a jacket. All right, let's get this Palo Santos going. As you can tell, protecting our energy, making sure that everything is much more protected. We have the angels that are protecting us and they always watch over us, but sometimes you need that little extra oomph to make sure. So there's some for you, some for me. Lots and lots of protection. All right, and this cleanses the clarity so that we have clear, positive thoughts coming through. And then we're going to get to the best part, is the message, right? So we're going to find out what we need to know today from the keepers of the light. Ooh, they're all wanting to jump, right? Archangel Michael is coming out already and saying, I want to protect. So, keepers of the light, what do we need to know when it comes to the gratitude? What do we need to know when it comes to the thankfulness? Thank you. What do we need to know when it comes to the love? Thank you. What do we need to know when it comes to the happiness? What do we need to know when it comes to the steadfast? And what do we need to know when it comes to the advice? Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, Isis is the overall energy. Okay. So Isis is coming through with the overall energy, meaning that your magic is manifesting. Everything that you hope for, wish for, and dream for is coming true. So Isis is beautiful because she is the protection. She is the divine. She is the one that comes to you in your dreams, helps your visions and your goals come forward and make them become a reality, right? So she says, just stay focused, be able to communicate what you're wanting, put your wishes, goals, dreams, and desires out there. Okay. The eye of protection is there, third eye, and the crown. Okay. And the thunderbird. Okay. So yeah, that is an overall great energy. So we'll leave that sit up here. All right. So what do we have for gratitude? Ooh, we got Kutnami that came through and Odin that came through. Okay, so Kutnami, you could be a Reiki healer. Okay, don't have to be, but Kutnami is the cloak of wisdom, and Odin is the psychic insight. So them two together means you are a very powerful being, and you need to have gratitude for the wisdom that turns into the knowledge and the psychic insight that you get. Kutnami is telling you that you need to go within because you already have the knowing of what's taking place, and you need to trust the message that you are getting. Okay. And Odin is all talking about being able to see the truth for what it is, follow your intuition, follow your psychic abilities, don't delay in them, because your third eye, some of you, your third eye is just opening up, and some of you have ascended to your third eye is fully blossomed open. Okay. So what do we have for thankfulness? Yes, Helron. Helron is the divine healing. Okay. This is the cloak of healing. This is being able to honor your sensitivity when it comes to your spiritual gift, right? So what I'm seeing in this overall energy today is you being able to manifest not only the divine healing, but getting the wisdom and the knowledge, and my nose is itching, and that psychic insight to know that when it comes to it, you can retreat in order to recharge, to heal, to be able to let your light can support you, but it can support others with your psychic insight, okay, with your intuitive messages that you get. Um, and some of us, they're not just intuitive messages, okay? Our nine psychic senses are completely open. And so we get the visualization all the way down to what you're wearing, everything. Um, and that's the answers that we seek. So when we call upon Kutnami, Odin, and Helron and Isis, it's like that is having that morning gratitude and thankfulness for your spiritual gifts. Okay. And it's very important to thank them spiritual gifts because not a lot of people are open to the spiritual gifts. So, what does it come to? The love? Yes. The Myram. Yes, the Myram. This is a sacred vision. See, this is what I'm telling you. It's right now, it's all about the divine communication, healing the emotions, staying deeply rooted and grounded, coming from the heart space. And these sacred visions, it's like that's what I was talking about, the nine psychic senses being open. It's like you get the sacred vision in order to forgive and to be able to heal this and see the light in everything. Okay. um it's a spiritual, beautiful spiritual gift if you look, because this is like lilies of the valley, right? And this is our connection. This is our connection to the divine, of that sacredness. It is like almost like wedding rings, how they're sacred and they unify. The circle is the unification of the wholeness of our Father, right? And it's remembering that love has no boundaries when it comes to the sacred love. And that sacred love is having that sacred love to your spiritual journey and understanding that you are one powerful being, right? So, what is for the happiness? Yes, my beautiful lady Nadia. Hello, Nadia. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So for some of you, your heart is starting to awaken, right? Let me put that down a little bit. Your heart is starting to fully awaken, and that's why Helron comes out, because that's the divine healing. When your heart is starting to heal from the past traumas and hurts, it's like you start to awaken and you have this acceptance of that divine love in order to have that divine healing, to be able to give and receive in the balance of your spiritual gift. And that's why it falls right under Kutnami, because and Odin, because when your heart awakens, your spiritual gifts blossom. And that's where you get your wisdom and your knowledge and your psychic insight, because everything starts to open, everything starts to blossom. So, what do we have in the steadfast with our Father? Yes, Paul the Vietnam. Okay. Paul the Vietnam falls under Helron with the divine healing. Okay. And this is you experiencing pure grace. Okay. Pure grace from our Father. They're both wearing the green cloaks. That means that your heart chakra is fully open. Like mine is fully open, thanks to Lady Nadia, is the fact that she has fully opened the heart chakra, and Helron has helped that divine healing in order to make it very powerful when it comes to my spiritual gifts. But it's like Paul the Vietnam says, listen, once you fully heal your heart and you awaken to that heart chakra being fully open and healed, this is where you're going to start to share your grace. You're going to start to share the mercy and grace of it, because these waves of inspiration that are coming to you is love, right? And when love comes to you, it's like, what do you want to do with it? Well, you give that love out, right? And that walks in the steadfast of knowing that you love thy Father for the gifts that he has given you, because this shows me spiritually how powerful you are. And so, therefore, seeing the rose along with the healing emerald. Okay, emerald is a very unique, it's a May birthstone. Okay, and May is all about new beginnings. But having that new beginning to come into your sacred vision and do your divine healing, to get the psychic insight, to have that cloak of wisdom. Having that cloak of wisdom means that you, high ranking on a very high spiritual journey, to be able to manifest with Isis and our Father and all of them, and working closely with the keepers of the light, it's important, because when you're working with the keepers of the light, it's like you balance out that darkness, and that's where that divine healing comes. Now, I don't know who's talking, but it's all right. It's all right. We forgive you. We forgive you. All right. So that is walking in the steadfast. Now, what is Father's advice for you with this? Yes. There's Horus. There's Horus. Okay. This is divine, sacred, supreme protection. Okay. And Horus, he has got like a hawk's head, because he gets the clarity from the supreme. Okay. And his advice, this is a cosmic gateway. Okay. The cosmic gateway is the keepers of the light, and it is a divine group that's very magnetic when it comes. He's saying it's very magnetic and very powerful when it comes to your spiritual gifts, because that miraculous change that you make and that is occurring in your life for you to ascend to the higher levels, it's like the sacred visions you get and that psychic insight is guiding you of what steps to take in order for you to have the best life, in order for you to stay on that path, in order as you, as the angelic being, to trust and believe in the communication, so that you have that stability and you have them new beginnings, because everything is done out of unconditional love. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. So they're asking me to get the flowers to go with this, because our third eye is like a flower, right? And each step that you master Thank you, Father. So he said, each step that you master opens another petal for your third eye. But each step that you stumble upon or stumble down from, it's like it blocks, it calcifies it. All right, so let's find out what's going on. Let's find out what else is going on. What does Kunami and Odin want to tell us about the wisdom and some insight that is going to show the gratitude? What is Kunami and Odin wanting to talk about? Okay, I needed to flip or fly, keepers of the light, so that we know that this flower that is blooming is for our soul family. So what do we need to know, Kunami? Thank you. All right, Odin, I seen that you, oh, the baby's breath. Oh. All right, so Kunami wants you to know the Gerba, okay, Jasmolian flower, okay? Kunami is wanting you to show appreciation and joy when it comes to getting the answers that you need and understanding that you already have the answers within you, because that is the cloak of wisdom. Now, when you are granted the cloak of wisdom, it's like people say, oh, you think you know it all. No, Google does, okay? Google thinks they do. So, and it's not me cutting Google down, but that's what he just said to me. He's like, Google it. Google it, because the cloak of wisdom is a high ranking spiritual blessing that you should really appreciate, and you should have an attitude of gratitude for it, because it's like trusting what you know is all coming from the keepers of the light and from our Father, from the ascended masters, the archangels, the guardian angels, spirit guides, the kindred loved ones. You know, it's like the multidimensional realms coming in, and that's where you get that psychic insight from Odin. Now, Odin, he looks very fierce and very burly, and here I am, right? And it's not cutting you down, Odin, because I love your blue and your red eye. I love it. I love it because he's balanced between the night and dark, or the light and dark. But we have baby's breath for him. And it says everlasting success is assured if you remain honest and true. So when it comes to your psychic insight, you must remain honest and true and do everything of love and light, because this is your baby. Your spiritual gift is your baby. Okay. And when he's saying that your spiritual baby's breath, it's like the innocence of who you are needs to appreciate and be able to open your third eye and follow that intuition. In order for you to have that intuition fully open, you need to remain honest. Okay, you need to remain honest and true. So what does Halron have to say about the divine healing? And it's like a lot of us have this divine sensitivity, whether we're out with people, whether it's sensitivity to different sounds, noises, and stuff like that. It's because it's an energy, and that energy has a frequency, and that frequency that you're on may vibrate, okay? May vibrate to you. And that's where you need to retreat and recharge, because there are energy vampires. Okay, so what does Helron want to say about the divine healing? Thank you. Hychini, okay, he's got Hychini and Aster. Okay, so these beautiful flowers, the Hychini is like, it looks like a blue star. That's about illuminating the divine healing, right? It's being able to play, laugh, and find joy in what you do. And there it is. Okay. And he's also saying with the aster flower, it's a very purple, it almost looks like a daffodil, but it's got a very beautiful yellow center. Okay. So when you see that the divine emotionally heals you, that's where the divine healing comes in. And that's why the flower is purple, the petals are purple, and the center is yellow. It is because the divine is healing them emotions, them hurts, them pains. And this aster flower is the past is over. Let your true self step forward. So this is true divine healing. So thank you, Helron, for bringing that aster flower and the habichi coming in, because the thing is our past, we cannot go back and change it. We cannot go back and change it. And a lot of you may say, well, if I could go back and change what I know now compared to what I know then, I would make it different. But you do, but you're in the here in the present moment, right? So things from your past that you have now learned, you can pave that differently from being in the present here to your future. So you can make that change. All right. And that's that sacred vision, because the twins are all about the sacred vision. Okay. And it's not just your twin flame, that you and your twin have a sacred vision, but this sacred vision is being able to forgive things of your past, to be in the here and now, and to be able to heal from that. And that's why Helron came out before the Miriam sisters, because of the fact the divine healing is important for you to understand and have that as the sacred vision of what's going on in your life, right? Because love has no boundaries. And when I say love has no boundaries, it's like you need to see the light in everything, not the negative aspects. And that's why they're saying, have this morning gratitude, have this thankfulness every morning that you wake up, because every morning that you wake up, it's negative, negative, negative. Whether you're listening to the radio, whether you're watching the news, whether you're seeing what's going on one of the platforms, no matter what it is, it's like they want you to see that sacred vision that love does not have no boundaries. Okay. So do not be judgmental when you're seeing things on there. Okay. That is very significant. So, the Miriam sisters, what do we need to know? Thank you. The iris. Yes. Yes. This is beautiful. Now, with that sacred vision that you have been given from your divine healing, with your psychic insight and the cloak of wisdom, to be able to have Isis help you with that magic manifesting. And when I say magic manifesting, it is not of dark magic. Okay. This is keepers of the light. Okay. People need to have that understanding, because when you conflict the two, you're judging the love and light instead of understanding, because Isis is the one that helps you in your dreams. She helps you with the astral projection. She helps you with the astral travelings of what you're doing. And she is actually the one that helps you have your sacred visions. Okay. Between Isis and the Moriam sisters, it's like them sacred visions are becoming your reality, okay? And you need to stay focused. But this says, spread your creative wings and take flight. So, on your sacred vision, you are on a sacred journey, you are on a sacred divine healing, which they want you to take flight. They want you to fully embrace your psychic abilities and really to awaken and step into it, so that you can awaken your heart, because a lot of your hearts are closed off because of the pain from the past, right? And Lady Nadia is coming in and saying, listen, have that acceptance and that understanding that the past cannot be changed. The lessons that you learn from that in the present here and now is what is going to make the future different, because you do know now from the things that you did back then that have changed you, have awakened your heart to be able to have that acceptance of that true divine love, because true divine love does not go out and do, hateful acts or sinful acts and stuff like that. Excuse me. They do not go out there and slander people and everything else. No, that's a demonic attachment that is working for the devil, because the keepers of the light, we do everything out of love. And people say, oh, they're fake. Oh, they're this. Oh, they're that. Because we are very understanding. We're very loving and very kind. And it's like we do everything out of giving and receiving that unconditional love. And so when you tell somebody, oh, I love you unconditionally, They're like, yeah, I've heard that before. The difference is our aura will shine differently than somebody who has a demonic attachment, right? So, Lady Nadia, what do you have to tell us when it comes to the acceptance of the divine love and divine order? Oh, we got the snowdrop. Okay, the snowdrop is beautiful. It's a white flower that is actually hung over like this. Okay, and she's saying that when it comes to this, it's like tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes. So this goes back to what I was telling you of the things in the past. You can't go back and redo them and relive them. What you can do is take them lessons, pull them here into the present, here and now, awaken your heart chakra, and bring light. Illumination means light. It means light it up. It means keepers of the light. Bring that illumination of your hopes. Okay. What do you hope that is going to take place? What do you hope you can do, to better your future? It's like, are you keeping that hope in our Father when it comes to experiencing his true grace and his true blessings, right? Because Paul the Vietnam is the one that helps you experience that grace and helps you understand, because a lot of people say, well, I don't believe in God. Well, why are you slandering him? Because he's done nothing but give you life, give you these lessons, and get you prepared and put you in preparation to give you that sacred foresight, like we're talking about here, of your sacred vision of where you no longer have to suffer. You no longer have to be in poverty. You no longer have to be at the bottom of the barrel. It's like he gave you the three of wands. It's like the ladder climbing up, right? It's like that teamwork. It's about that partnership. It's about that communication. So what does Paul the Vietnam want to say when it comes to not only do are we as light workers supposed to share our gifts, okay? And when I say light workers, it doesn't matter. You can be a light worker, you can be a star siege, you can be a sage, you can be a high priestess, you could be, there's many different levels based on your sacredness of who he made you to be, because a lot of people will claim that they're this empath or this hierarchy empath, okay? But the thing is you have to understand, when you're claiming something, did they come in with the cloak of wisdom and give you the psychic insight that told you specifically what your qualifications are on a spiritual journey? Or do you conform to what society is saying and say, oh, yeah, well, I have them too, and I'm that? Okay. You may be descaling yourself, claiming the same thing as somebody else, when the cloak of wisdom and your psychic insight could have showed you that you rank higher. But all this time, you're sitting here flying by with this is what I am because I seen this person and I have these skills. Okay. It doesn't matter, because your ranking, it's like you can have similarities in the light working and the star seed, areas, but you have certain skills to you. And that's where you need to ask Kutnami with the cloak of wisdom, what are my true spiritual gifts? Okay. What is the sacred vision that you gave me that I'm supposed to be doing? And that's experiencing the true grace. Okay. That's experiencing the true grace in your journey of understanding where is that inspiration when it comes, because we are supposed to share our unconditional love. We are supposed to share our spiritual gifts, right? But there are certain portions of our spiritual gifts that you are not allowed to talk about. And if you do, that is a spiritual law and a divine law violation. Okay. So what do we need to know for Paul the Viet? Thank you. He's got two of them that comes out. He's got the poppy flower that comes out and the lotus flower. So the poppy flower is this beautiful red, very vibrant, saying stay deeply rooted and grounded in who you were specifically created to be. Don't conform to society. Don't put labels on yourself if you have not gotten the cloak of wisdom and the psychic insight to be able to know what your gift is, right? But this is the poppy seed says, remember who you wanted to be. Okay. This is the key factor right now, because when this comes back to the nostalgia of who you truly were, it goes back to what I was saying, that you conform to society and you think because you have some similar common denominators and characteristics on a spiritual level that you classified yourself as this. Well, you just demoted yourself because it said, remember who you wanted to be, because that's who they had made you to be. But then you dequalified yourself and went down lower because you saw somebody else and you put a label on it without getting the cloak of wisdom or that psychic insight, right? Okay. And then we have the lotus flower, which this is the beautiful pink healing lotus flower. So this is basically saying with the pink lotus flower, because there's blue, pink, white, and they all have specific meanings, right? But the pink lotus flower with the yellow center is having that passion to be able to share the emotions, but to be able to stop. That's confirmation. To be able to stop, to stand still, because it's like when you stand still, when you quiet the mind, when you quiet the heart, and your chakras are balanced, your radiant circuit is cleared. The thing is you're going to get the information of who you wanted to be, okay? Because you demoted yourself is what I'm hearing. But this lotus flower, it says stand still for now and listen to your life, because what's happening is you have now listened to society and put your qualifications in to who somebody else is, and they're wanting you to stand still and listen to who you wanted to be, because that's you've it's been taken from you. Okay. So in order to get that back, it's like you need to stand still and you need to listen. You have to stop following other people, or you see somebody else on a platform and you're like, oh, well, I'm that. No, don't ever claim to be somebody else's psychic gift, because it could be a lower gift than yours. Okay. Because their intentions are not elevated yet. They haven't come to their ascension levels. So you could be demoting yourself instead of promoting yourself. And that's the bad part. And this is where Horus comes in and says, listen, Horus is amazing, because when you look at him, you see it's like he's got the marking of tears coming down his eyes, because during this cosmic gateway and the supreme protection, it's like you're supposed to be this magnetic, powerful force. But now you need to experience that grace of when you counterclaim something that you're not, that is lying to yourself. And by lying to yourself, that's where the baby breath of Odin comes out and says, listen, you need to remain honest and true to who you are and to your psychic gifts, and follow your intuition, not what somebody else's, gifts are, or what they may be doing, or what they may be claiming, because that could mess you up on yours. So the cosmic gateway is coming through and saying, listen, your thoughts are very magnetic and very powerful. Miraculously, you can make the changes, because changes are occurring in your life and you're wondering, what happened to my gifts? Why are they not as strong? You need to watch who you're exchanging your energy with, because some of the ones that are out there are not true light workers. They're not true keepers of the light. Okay. They may be a great person, but they have demonic that is attached to them. Because if you sit back and you watch, their slanderous remarks, their sinful ways, and their when they deal with slander, which is a sin, and his cousin gossip, that's what you need to be careful for. Okay. So don't think because you were blessed with your gifts open to open even more from a young child on forward. Don't think that you can't be stripped. Okay. It's a spiritual demotion. Okay. And when you're demoted, you don't get re-promoted. That's the thing that you need to understand. It's like you don't get, when you get demoted, you don't get re-promoted. When it comes down to it, it's like these changes occur because you are not listening to Odin and being honest and true of who you are. So, Horus, what do you need to tell us, please? What do you need to say to us, please? What insight would you like to give us? Thank you. Yeah, the lilac. Ah, and this is confirmation because when he gives the lilac is a little purple flower with 4 little petals that look like a cross, right? And it's got the little white center. So this is talking about your spiritual gifts. This is telling you when you see the lilacs and stuff, this is telling you your spiritual gifts. It says the future is sometimes lost in the wondering of yesterday. So it is telling you right here, Horus is telling you in the cosmic gateway, it's like sometimes your spiritual gifts that are meant for you are lost. They're lost because you're sitting here wondering yesterday, okay, what did I do? What did I say? Or how did I go about it? Did I truly remain honest and true? Like Odin said, did I really be honest and true to make sure that I didn't violate the divine laws, the spiritual laws, the laws of attraction, the earthly laws? I mean, you have to pay close attention to all 12 spiritual laws. Okay? And then there's 16 other spiritual laws that keep coming in, and it just keeps going, right? But he is telling you, listen, it's like you're sacred because it falls under the sacred vision, and this under the cosmic gateway, under the sacred vision, and him telling you with the lilac that your future is sometimes lost because of the things that you're doing. This sacred vision, that's where you need to choose to forgive. That's where you need to heal in order to see the light in all. Because if you're not seeing the light in all and you are having these demonic attachments that are going near the cosmic gateway, that is supreme protection. And they will say, nope, nope, not going to happen. Not going to happen. What else do we need to know for Isis, please? Yeah, so Isis came out with the sweet pea and the tulip, okay, because they want you to have that magical manifestation. They want you to know that Jesus is Lord, that he is powerful, and that the whole team, the whole Keepers of the Light, all of our angelic love of light team is coming in and saying, listen, sweet pea, the comfort of good company heals old hurts. So when Isis is telling you the magic in manifesting is to have like attracts like, just like light attracts light, just like the flame of the moth is attracted to the light because it's coming out of the darkness to the light, right? And even though it hurts that you may lose some spiritual gifts, our past may have hurt us, we have to see the love in everything in order to persevere forward. And then we've got the tulip. Now, the tulip is a beautiful, radiant flower that almost balls up kind of like a teardrop, right? And it's like Isis is coming in and saying the magic and manifesting with the tulip that looks like a teardrop, or like it's catching a teardrop because it's up like this, right? It says you are worth what it is you desire. So if you desire to conform to society and claim somebody else's spiritual gifts, that's what you desire, right? That's all your worth that you see? No. You have planted seeds. You need to see yourself with the cloak of wisdom, with Kunami. You need to see that it's very important of what's going on. Because when they are coming in and saying, listen, why do you want to demote yourself so that you can never be promoted on a spiritual level with the keepers of the light? Because Kutnami, Odin, Helron, the Miriams, Lady Nadia, the Paul Leviathan, Horus, and Isis are all right here, right now, telling you in order to get that wisdom and that knowledge, to have your psychic insight, you need to do divine healing, which is the sacred vision of who you are, and be able to awaken your heart, awaken who you are, and experience the grace in this gift that has been blessed to you. Okay. And Horus is coming in with that divine protection, the supreme protection, and is saying, listen, sometimes people, their future is lost because you want to jump time frames. You want to jump the cosmic gateways of, oh, well, I want to go to this timeline or this timeline. And Horus is saying, no, the clarity that you need right now is that if you're sitting here wondering yesterday, how can I do it today? Because I feel spiritually lost, or I don't feel like my gifts are fully working. It's because you've been divinely punished when it comes, and you've been spiritually demoted instead of promoted. And this is where he was talking about, where Odin was talking about the psychic insights. You need to master the stair that you were on. And if you fall from that stair, it's like you need to get back up and you need to see the truth. You need to follow your intuition and have that third eye come open. But if you're not doing the divine healing, you're not going to get that sacred vision where they show you that all of your 9 psychic senses are open. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. So what does the divine want to step in and say about this? What does the divine want to come in and step? Because the keepers of the light are here. So all love and light, we ask you to come forward. There's your kindred loved ones. That's confirmation. Even your kindred loved ones are trying to nudge you to stop claiming things that you're not. And if you didn't get Kunami's blessing with the cloak of wisdom and Odin, them two working together, the cloak of wisdom and the psychic insight to tell exactly who you are. Are you the empath? You know, what empath are you? Because a Hioki empath, you know, people need to know the difference. And if you don't, if you just say, well, I'm an empath, okay, well, you didn't get Kanami's blessing when it comes into the cloak of wisdom, because you would know exactly what kind of empath you are. Okay. And an empath does not have the psychic insight as somebody who is blessed with more psychic abilities and clairvoyance. Okay. So this is where Odin is saying you need to remain honest and true. Stop trying to make yourself look a certain way and conform to society, because when you start, it's like with the baby's breath. Odin says, with the baby's breath, okay, you are that innocence of who you are. You need to come back into that nostalgia of who you are, because that everlasting success is truly assured to you on your spiritual gift unless you get demoted instead of promoted. Okay. But this is your kindred loved ones coming and crossing over and saying, trust and believe. This is nothing to mess around with. If you commit spiritual violations under the law of attraction, the universal laws, the divine laws, the earthly laws, the spiritual realms, what's the other one that you just said, Father? Oh, the divine order. The divine order. The law of receiving. Okay. So that's some of them. But if you violate them and you're not doing things of pure love, okay, this Paul the Vetan is the one that experiences the grace. And this is where you have that inspiration of that pure love. You see everything. Same with Helron. Okay, Helron is that divine healing. And if you ain't doing things from love and light, and you are focusing your energy on the darker things, that means you have demonic attachments. Them demonic attachments are going to get you demoted being of love and light. It's like you need to be able to utilize your psychic insight and see exactly what's going on. And the Miriam sisters is coming in with that sacred vision. What are they showing you? Because if this is something that you are compelled to keep doing and keep doing and keep doing, then you have demonic attachment. Then you become like society and you start slandering people. You start, because like I said, slander is a sin, and so is its cousin gossip. Okay? They're demonic. And God can literally tell you that he hates it. He used the word hate. It's in Proverbs. Okay? He's saying it's in Proverbs. He cannot stand that. And he said anybody who is doing that is demoted, and they will not move into the paradise. They will not move into his paradise, to his kingdom. He will demote them. And that means when he demotes you, you will crumble down them stairs. Okay? So it's very important that you take your spiritual ascensions and evolutions very serious. This is that sacrednicity that you have with Jesus. Jesus is Lord. Okay? Always remember that. Always remember that. Because he's the one that created you. Yeah. Told you. I told you. This is Archangel Raphael coming in and saying, yes, it's about your foundation. Okay? The thing is if you're doing certain things, you have demonic attachments. You need Helron to come in and give you that divine healing and help you with that divine healing. Because if you don't, see the ladder here? The ladder, these little trap doors fall out and you get demoted spiritually. So thank you for bringing that through, because like I said, this is very important. You know, a lot of people aren't taking their spiritual journey serious, right? And that's why the ones who are have infinite possibilities. They have infinite possibilities and infinite love, because this is all about the communication of the infinite love. You see the hearts that are the yin yang, okay? It's because you know how to balance the dark nights of the shadow with the love and light. You are not there with any dark attachments trying to do anything. You stay balanced, you stay focused, because you are experiencing true grace on your spiritual journey. And it's like you become the bridge that many falter to, right? And that's where you get the sacred visions to help people. And that's why it's important for us of love and light. We not only share our messages, we share our gifts. We share our gifts. And that's why Monday, September 18th, which is in 3 days, okay? It will be for only my subscribers, okay? Because this is not for the world to know. These are actual teachings and things that our Father Jesus, which is Lord, has given me to be able to show my gifts to the soul family, to the ones who are serious about their healing. So that's why only the subscribers will be able to see this. Okay. And this is something that you won't be able to share, because when you try to share it, Father will electronically make sure it won't be shared. Okay. What else do we need to know? Yeah. Look at, you have to have that intimacy and love yourself enough to be able to blossom and grow, because this is the inside of that rose, right? It's like on the inside of this rose, look, you have one bridge, two bridge. This is your divine team, making sure that you are nurtured, that you are fed your cloak of wisdom, that you are fed your psychic insight by Odin. You know, it's like they all play a significant part. It's not the ones who, okay, Father is saying, oh, thanks for the synchronicity too. We have the synchronicity 2323. Wow. That means you as the angelic being. It's broken down in the angel numerology as you, as you. Even your kindred loved one is saying. But it's about you taking your journey serious. This is not a joke. And the ones who take it as a joke just to make their money, okay, well, I'm not stopping you. I'm not interfering. I'm just giving you the message that Father's coming through. If you're not shining that love and light, if you're not seeing that love and light in all when you're doing it, spiritual consequence, that's all he can let me know that I can tell you. Because the other things that he's telling me, he says, no, that's between me and you. I told you. Look, this is all about the alignment, okay? So he wants me to show you. You see these glasses? A lot of you are out of alignment. You see how it's not matching up with the cosmics? Okay? You're off kilter. This is coming down. Some of you are in alignment and very much in alignment, because the ones who are in alignment, the crossed over loved ones that are coming through, the keepers of the light, the archangels, all of our love and light team, right, is coming through and saying, listen, it's like you're getting the divine knowledge to put it out there for people to understand that you are looking at it like this. Now, look at it in Father's eyes, because here's the crown chakra. He's coming down through your third eye. He's trying to communicate through your crown and your third eye, and you can't even balance. You can't even stabilize into the cosmic gateway of what's going on, because a lot of you are like, well, I'm not going through no portal. I'm not going through no gateway. Okay. Well, that just explained everything. Because when you start talking and downsizing the portals and the gateways and everything else, you are now slandering our Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and our light team, because they have them portals. Them are the portals that he helps you get that rite of passage and to be able to escape certain things in your life, because he's helping you out. So now you just had him shut the door, right? Pay attention with certain things that you are saying, okay? And also, I don't know why this kindred loved one, this woman, she's a Spitfire, okay? She's a Virgo, okay? She's a Virgo, and she's very choked up right now, but she said, listen, a lot of these people, they talk the talk, but they're not walking the walk, and the things that they're saying are not matching up. And she says, I love how you said that your mouth can write checks that your ass can cash. She says, that's my kind of person, because the thing is you're putting it out there to people to let them know you have to stop violating these things, because you're wondering why your foundation, the towers are being rocked. Because see how right here it looks like a spiritual tower? Yes, thank you, sister. Yes, thank you, thank you. Creating the best version of yourself. Good morning, sweetheart. But this is like the tower, right? Okay, and when you look at it, you went through this portal to get up to this level, right? By your spiritual work, the things that you're doing. And you went from this portal up to this portal. Now, when somebody's going to sit there and say that the portals are demonic, don't get me wrong, there are demonic portals. But when you are of love and light and you are working with Jesus, who is Lord, there is no demonic portals, because we go up. As you call it, the stairway to heaven, he says we go up. Now, the demonic portals go down, right? He said, but the thing is you have to pay attention to that, because he created earth. And the ones that are on earth, the portals that go down, they go down into the fairy realms. They go down into the water realms, okay? And them are our fathers. Them are not demonic entities, okay? When he's talking demonic portals, he's talking about the gates of hell, because that is where the gate stops. But everything from that gate and all the roots of being connected as brothers and sisters and, the spiritual teams, he owns all of that. He owns all of that. As above, as below, he owns it all. Satan just tries to get you to come down. But how many of you can say that, oh no, right here, this is the healing Merkabahs. You see, we've got the spiritual team watching us at all times, and they're all different levels, right? Because here's Helron, okay? Here we have Leda Nadia. That's the heart awakening, the passion within the heart. Okay, the grid tells you massive things. And when you get up more to the top, you have Horus, right? Horus is that cosmic gate god. He's Lord Horus is, and I call him Lord Horus because he is the supreme protector. It's like he is making sure that nobody gets to them cosmic gateways to interrupt our planetary systems and our spiritual warriors that are there, right? It plays a very significant part. All right, so what do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Thank you. I'm telling you. Kutnami came out twice. This is your wisdom guides in 2 different decks. Kutnami came out. Okay, he's telling you, in order to get that cloak of wisdom, when it comes to your life grid as the beautiful worker that you have been blessed with, whether it's from a small age or whether you knew you've had some type of difference in you, but you just started opening up to it. Look at the hands. Here's Konami coming in and saying, listen, I'm grabbing you. I'm bringing you up through the portal. Okay. And you are now coming up to the next level. So your wisdom guides play a very significant point. And see, they didn't want me to show you this when we were doing the sacred transformation. He wanted the soul family to understand that. But when he said, look, they're helping you through that portal. Now, who do we have here? This is Helron, right? Look, he's pulling you up through that portal of truth, of honesty, because that's all who can pass through that portal, right? That's the spiritual enlightenment to your stable foundation. So what do we have for this infinite love, Father? What do we need to know? Thank you. Yeah. Look, the infinite love of being that bridge, getting the communication is now bringing you into stability to the cosmic gateway. The cosmic gateway is showing where most people get stuck in the 4D, right? But this is an opening. These are the gateway openings, and they are much different. This portal is much different than what you would see for a demonic one, right? This is love and light. This is love and light. And this is where you need to see is that this right here is all the healing mandala. And when you come through that portal, you have the divine healing from Elron. So, yeah. And that's that great intimacy of being able to grow, to understand this, because it is much deeper than what you think. People who want to just go on Google and read certain things and classify themselves as that, that's a hypochondriac. Okay, that's somebody who is like, this has got to be me, this has got to be me. No, you will know right here. You will know from the wisdom guides, the cloak of Kunami. He will give you that wisdom and knowledge of who you are, and it will determine if you come through that sacred portal. Because believe it or not, Kunami is Father's brother. He just told me to tell you, Kunami is Father's brother. The one who tried so hard. Yeah, Father says, no, we're not going into the genealogy of the family dynamic part of it. He's like, stick to the lesson, and this is what we're doing. So I guess that's for another time, Father said. So thank you, Father. Yeah, look, to be able to grow as the star that you are, you have to illuminate. You have to illuminate, but you have to know where you come from. You have to be able to trust and believe. Now, Father just told me for a lot of you, and I'm going to try to put it up here like this, divine feminine, divine masculine, it is important to pay attention to your grid. And if you can see 22, right? That is Father saying the positive changes are coming, and that peace is now there for your spiritual growth. And he's saying, look, it's like you are being guided along the way to understand your grid, and it is being illuminated. So 22 is all about your spiritual growth. So if you're seeing 22, know that you spiritually, you have passed to where they will bring you through that portal, or they will give you that rite of passage. Okay? Woo-wee. Thank you, Father. I'm telling you. Look, they will bring you, this means you, the unique, divine you, okay, who is blossoming. But you see how you're getting ready to go through that next portal? It's like they help you ascend, they bring you forward. But this is you blossoming. But it's also as you're going through the portal, because how can I show you? He's wanting me to show you. When you go through, look right here. You see how there's that little opening on your grid for each one that ascends you to the next level? That is considered a portal. We're not talking about the door portal, okay? That ain't until you get to the cosmic gateway and the universal gateway and the spiritual realm gateway. Okay, there's many gateways when you get up as high up here, because when you see right here, this is the divine, Okay, this is our Father. He has said, you have mastered all the way up the totem, right? Now, here is the cosmic gateways, the universal gateways, the spiritual gateways. These have bigger portal doors because this is where you see Darka and all of the different love and light. That's all I can say, because I can't tell you the other name. Well, he said I can tell you. You'll see Darka, the Palladians, the Syrians, and all of them. Okay, they all play a big part of the love and light. But look, now you have, and you guys seen this card many times before, right? But Father said, it's like the more that you're growing, the more that can be shared. And the more that can be shared is the more that you follow your grid. And that's what he wants, because we all have a grid to our life. And it's like, even though it has been majorly chaotic and we've been lost and we've, had different turns and we've been blocked from certain things, it was for our protection, right? And it's like some of us were in the love and light, but we had to balance out our darks, right? Vice versa. It's like this grid shows you specifically, and you have the overseers. You have the overseers with Isis and Kutnami, Odin, Helron, the Miriam sisters, Lady Nadia, Paul Saint Vietnamese or Vietnamese, and Horus. We have many other. We have Archangel Michael. We have Mercury. We have Mary Magdalene. I mean, we have them all of the love and light. Okay, what else do we need to know, please? Anything else we need to know for this? Thank you. Woo-hoo. The card that came out, I love it. I love it because this just goes to show the rose quartz of the unconditional love. This is for your empowerment. This is for your transformation. This is for you to see. Now you see the different portal ways. It looks like a maze of different slides and everything else. It is true. It is real. And the thing is the empowerment is supposed to help you balance things out so that you can, here's the butterfly, make the change and transformation. Okay. So that you can see the wisdom, which is the owl, for the divine feminine and the divine masculine, for the waning and the waxing moon. Okay. And the instability where you didn't have that alignment, where you are not aligned, they are helping you position you into that alignment by communicating. This is communicating to you to balance it out. You see the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple to balance you out, because it's the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay? So he's telling you, my cards speak massively to me. Okay? And a lot of people get caught up in, he's also saying a lot of people get caught up in the sonic waves in that fourth dimension of not understanding. So it's like, keep your focus. Oh, thank you, Father. He's also wanting me to show you that new day, new dawn. Surrender what now is gone. Don't hold on to it, okay? Every day, surrender. Make them changes. New day, new dawn. Don't hold on to what is gone. Let it go. Let God have it. All right, Father, one last thing that you wanted to say. What was that? Okay, so he's coming in and he's saying that with the learning that everybody is getting from here. Okay, thank you. On the divine path, it is not easy, okay? This spiritual journey is not easy, but he doesn't want you to be afraid of it either. So if you haven't fully stepped in to the awakening, when it comes to the new paradise, to the new kingdom, he needs you to be awakened. So it is time to step up. It is time to start working towards coming into your awakening for your spiritual gifts. Just like as we talked here, it is having that attitude of gratitude and having that thankfulness, because he is bringing you into that new paradise, to that new kingdom, right? And when he does that, he wants you to think back what he did with Noah. He had Noah go out and get one of everything, right? Whether it was divine masculine, divine feminine, you know, in all the different insects, birds, mammals, amphibians, everything. And he put them on there for 40 days for that stability and security, right? Because he knew everything else. When it came to the cosmic gateways, he knew everything else was going to be flushed. The important thing is he is reiterating, it is time for people to awaken. It is time for people to come closer to Jesus, who is Lord, who is the universe, who is the creator, who is the higher power. Okay? And he wants you to understand, no matter how you resonate, because I'm not here to tell you how you resonate with your higher power. That's not what I'm doing. He just wants you to know that he has many names, you know, whether it's Yahweh, whether it's Messiah, whether it's Jesus, whether, you know, he is Lord. He is Lord. And depending on what realm that it is that's why he has so many different names. So he wants you to understand he has all these different names because of the different realms that he has co-created. And some of them are completely beautiful. And if he takes you on a journey with the astral traveling, okay, anybody who says that they astral traveled but yet can't explain or describe what they've seen, they haven't really done it. That's where Odin says that they need to be honest and need to be true. Now, when I tell you the times that I have literally died and he was there and he told me, go back. I've got a mission for you. You are one of my chosen, and you have been. And that's why, from that young age, you were the outcast because you weren't made to fit in. I made you stand out. I illuminated you at age 2, and I came in at age 4 when I saw my first aspirations of what he was telling me. I was 4 years old. But as time went on, and the more I tried to work with this gift, the more that my biological mother thought I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, that I was mentally unstable. And she had me checked in, and they were like, But see, when you can explain your experience of what you saw, how gentle he is, how precious the hug is, and how he can be able to communicate with you, it's like Father says, that's when you know that they've gone through that opening, because people want to describe it as a tunnel, but it's not. When you look at it, it's the ancient lore from back in the day when he was saving the Israels, his people. It's not a tunnel, it's the ancient lore of where he lived, where he served, where he served. So that is your beautiful message for today. That is your morning gratitude. So it is something to be very thankful for when you have an understanding about your gifts, when you start utilizing your gifts. But just know that, you know, Father says that he doesn't want to isolate, He doesn't want to isolate people. But this 7-day teaching that is taking place is for the subscribers, because it's like when he went in to Dominicus and did the teaching. And when he started doing the teaching, they started coming at him, right? Questions, questions, questions. And it was Leviticus that decided that he was going to step up to our Father. And our Father said, I am the law of Moses. Mm. That's when Leviticus said, whoa, okay. So, anyways, just letting you know. Yes. Yes. Much love to you, sister. I greatly appreciate you. I hope you have a fantastic Friday. And thank you so much for always being here and supporting me and, sticking through all of it. And, hopefully there's things that you are learning that are coming through that are the messages and stuff like that. I'm glad that I can be here and be the messenger to walk in existence with Father. No, I do not think I'm God. Okay. I am his child. But I just wanted to make sure that we cleared that up, because I have a couple people coming at me like that. And that slanderous remark is a sin along with gossip, because I don't play that game. All right. So our day is to have fun, to strive, to be alive, to focus on the good, and to create all the beautiful abundance today. So I am asking Father, I humbly ask you, Father, to come in and bless them with the miracle, to show them the power and testimony of you. Bless them with something out of thin air that they will not expect. Bless them, Father, and show them our communication, our connection is strong. Let something surprise them that they weren't expecting, or they never thought that it would come. And I thank you, Father. I thank you for your grace and for your mercy. And I am greatly appreciated with an attitude of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. Amen, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So there, I just asked for all of you. Yes, you're very welcome. I asked Father to come in and give you all something unexpectedly that you weren't even looking for or thinking of. I asked him to come in and bless you with something so that mine and his connection is a very tight, unique connection. And that's why I'm the 33 master teacher for him. And it's not bragging and boasting, but you will see the power of who I am by what he's going to bless you with today. So thank you, Father. I greatly appreciate you. Love you so, family. I will not be on to do our 1 p.m. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine energy. I've got a major thing that I need to take care of for the surgery, the other surgery coming up here. But I will be here at 7 p.m. tonight. Okay. And I will make up tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Oh, before we go, he just said, don't forget to give them their affirmation. So let's get an affirmation for you quick. Okay. Let's get an affirmation. He said, don't forget to give them an affirmation, because it's like that inspiration that helps them keep that positivity rolling in their mind, right? It's like being able to have that compassion and love and happiness. Because when you think of that crystal, you'll be like thinking of what I explained about the crystal, right? So that you can be able to have that happy day. And anytime that something is bringing you to a negative space, think of that crystal that is going to come out here, okay? Because that is what Father wants you to know. He wants you to start relating these certain things, okay? So Father, what crystal do we need to know for our father or for our family? Wow. Okay. Wow. So he's got the bronze 8 and the Bastana agate, okay? So what this is, the bronze 8 is all about persevering. He wants you to persevere forward. So when that challenge comes, he wants you to repay the favor and persevere forward, okay? Because um this is all about like people who start projects and don't finish it, okay? And procrastinate. Know that procrastination is something that needs to be healed, because that procrastination means that you have a fear of not being able to shine your best in that project, okay? And this way, you got to understand that when you conquer that, you're conquering that fear, because you are very important on what you make, okay? This is also saying persevere and make true commitments, have that endurance to push forward, um, stay grounded. But the affirmation, it says, and you can say it 3 times, okay? When I start a project, I have the perseverance and endurance to see it through. So this means that you are conquering that fear, because procrastination is not a laziness, okay? It's not you just being lazy. It's actually your soul is telling you that you have a fear of accomplishing it and it turning out to your liking, okay? It's a fear. It's a self-doubt fear, okay? A self-esteem fear. All right, so we'll say it again 2 more times. When I start a project, I have the perseverance and endurance to see it through. When I start a project, I have the perseverance and endurance to see it through. And the reason why we do it 3 times is because it is that divine communication, and you are calling in the keepers of the light and our Father and saying, listen, I'm affirming this, okay? I'm acknowledging this. And so when this happens, I need you to be here for my protection, right? Okay, so then we have the Botswana agate, okay, and this is all about excellence. So this goes together perfectly of why Father brought these two out. Now, this is okay, thank you, Father. He's saying don't settle for the mediocrity, okay? Don't settle for it. It's like you need that extra push. And this is where it comes in about that procrastination. It's like, don't settle for less than. Okay. You set your standards, you strive for that, you go for that goal, you pay attention. You got to say it again, Father. Oh, okay. So he's saying that when you start a project or whatever you're doing, this coincides with persevering forward. It's like you have to see that highest potential of who you are, but you also have to take that meticulous, precise precision of paying attention to your detail, right? It's like you have to go that extra mile. Okay. So your affirmation is I take pride in what I do. I will go the extra distance to reach my highest potential. I strive for excellence. Okay? 2 more times, let's say it. I take pride in what I do. I will go the extra distance to reach my highest potential. I strive for excellence. I take pride in what I do. I will go the extra distance to reach my highest potential and strive for excellence. Okay? So this is just that reminder that no matter how meticulous it may be, you have the benevolence to persevere forward. And by persevering forward, you step into your excellence of who you are, because you are now conquering that fear. Because procrastination is not laziness, it is a fear that your soul is doing. Just like, okay, so he's wanting me to give this message quick and then we'll get off of here. But he's like, say, if somebody is procrastinating to take the garbage out or mow the yard, okay? The fact is they're procrastinating because they fear, one, of being outside. They don't know what danger lurks. They don't know if they're going to be attacked by an animal or whatnot. They don't know what's going to happen, and that becomes that fear. Okay, and that's because they have abandonment issues and codependencies when it comes to always being around people. So that procrastination becomes a stagnation of, I don't want to do this because I yeah, I fear that I don't want to go out there. I don't know what's going to happen to me. Okay. But now if somebody were to walk outside with them, they do it in a heartbeat. They do it in a heartbeat because they don't have to face their fear then, right? It's like they don't have to face that fear. They're not alone. Okay. They're not feeling abandonment. They're not feeling that isolation. Okay. So, yeah, there's many things on a psychological level that come in on the divine healing level that collaborate and put it together. But anybody who says that procrastination is pure laziness, I beg to differ. And I heard it from Father, so I'm sticking to where I heard it. That is the divine ordinance. So, all right. Love you all. I will see you at 7 p.m. tonight. God bless you. May all your wishes, goals, dreams, and desires come true. May you have a fantastic Friday, and I will see you later on tonight. Yes. Love you, sweetheart. Love you. And I will see you. And like I said, I asked Father to bring you an unexpected blessing, and I know that He will deliver because He's a man of His word. So, love you. See you at 7. Peace.